Let me guess. You held the door open, smiled politely, worked overtime, and still got passed over. Meanwhile, Chad, who once lied about inventing email, is your new boss. Welcome to the real game, where kindness is currency with no exchange rate, and those who win, they're not playing fair. Here's a brutal truth wrapped in a warm tortilla of sarcasm. You're either the manipulator or the manipulated. There is no third option. In this video, we're diving deep into the dark arts of subtle power plays, charming liars, emotional chess, and how to stop being the pawn in someone else's PowerPoint presentation. So grab a snack, or your moral compass. You might be throwing one of them out. Oh, and before we start, hit that subscribe button, because if you're going to get manipulated, it might as well be by me. So then what is this real game we're talking about? Monopoly with emotional damage, Uno with trust issues, closer. The real game is simple. It's the invisible match of mental chess we're all playing every single day. At work, in your relationships, at the dinner table with your in-laws, it never ends. And here's the twist nobody warns you about. The rules aren't written down, they're whispered behind your back. See, most people go through life thinking, if I'm nice, the world will be nice back. That's adorable. This is also how you end up loaning your car to someone who totally forgot their wallet for the third time this month. Meanwhile, the real players, they know how to pull strings. They smile, nod, compliment your hair, then subtly nudge you into doing their work while they take a mental health day. And the best part, you'll thank them for it. This game isn't about being evil, it's about being aware. Manipulation isn't always slamming doors or evil villain monologues. It's quiet, smooth, sugar-coated. Sometimes it sounds like, I just need you to do this one last favor. Spoiler, there's never just one. So ask yourself right now, are you playing the game or just watching someone else win it? Don't worry, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly where you stand. And maybe, just maybe, you'll finally stop letting your coworker forget to CC you on purpose. Machiavelli's Toolkit, How to Win Without Getting Caught. Niccolo Machiavelli, political thinker, philosopher, and the guy who basically invented the phrase, sorry, not sorry. Born in 15th century Florence, surrounded by war, betrayal, and Renaissance drama, Machiavelli didn't write self-help books. He wrote The Prince, a charming little guide on how to lie, cheat, manipulate, and still sleep like a baby. Let's break down the tools in his very morally questionable briefcase. Tool 1. Be the fox and the lion. Machiavelli said you must be sly like a fox, but strong like a lion. Translation, be sneaky and scary. The fox knows how to spot traps, like emotional guilt trips or corporate backstabs. The lion knows how to rip someone's head off, metaphorically. Unless you're in sales, then it's literal. In today's world, the fox plays dumb in meetings while plotting promotions. The lion speaks up just once, but it's the mic drop moment that gets remembered. Tool 2. Appear good. Be whatever works. Machiavelli didn't care about virtue. He cared about looking virtuous. Appear compassionate, religious, honest, but only if it helps you win. Sound cold? Oh, it is, but effective. Just think about how many influencers preach authenticity from rented Lamborghinis. Moral of the story: if you can't be good, look good. Bonus points if you can fake humility. Tool 3. Crush quickly. Forgive slowly. If you must hurt someone, make it so bad they can't hit back. This isn't relationship advice, hopefully. In Machiavellian terms, don't drag things out. Make your move and make it stick. Then give a long dramatic pause while sipping coffee, preferably in a throne. Now, I'm not saying you should run your life like a villain auditioning for a Bond film. I'm just saying, the villains seem to be running everything anyway. And if Machiavelli were alive today, he'd be a viral TikTok life coach saying, here's how I manipulate my boss into thinking I'm indispensable. Why manipulation actually works and why you keep falling for it. Okay, let's get one thing straight. You're not stupid. You're just neurologically predictable. Welcome to the club. Manipulation works because humans, yes, even the ones who read Nietzsche, are emotional first, logical second, and emotional brains are basically toddlers with car keys. They react fast, often badly. Reason number one, emotions, logic. Ever bought something because the ad said it was limited time only? That's not you being impulsive. That's FOMO wrapped in a clever sales funnel. Marketers use it. Politicians thrive on it. Manipulators, it's their bread and butter. Emotion hijacks logic like a raccoon in your kitchen. Suddenly you're agreeing to babysit your cousin's dog because they looked sad, and now you smell like wet fur. Reason number two, predictable patterns. Humans love patterns, and manipulators love that about us. Say, I need your help, before a request. People are 100% more likely to say yes. Smile while lying, people believe you more. Add a tiny compliment, boom. Instant trust. They're not guessing. They're running scripts. You're not talking to a friend. You're playing your part in their psychological stage play. Bravo. You nailed the role of useful side character. Reason number three, fear, obligation, guilt, aka the fog machine. Manipulators know how to trigger what I call the fog, fear. What if they leave me? Obligation, I owe them. Guilt, I'll look selfish if I say no. Fog is how people end up donating to causes they don't understand or agreeing to things they regret mid-sentence. It's emotional blackmail, but with a friendly face and a "you bestie" at the end. So yeah. It's not that manipulation is some dark sorcery. It's science, psychology, trial and error, and your sweet, trusting nature. But the good news? Once you see the patterns, you start dodging the strings, coming up, the ethics or total lack thereof, because nothing says personal growth like questioning your entire moral framework. Part 4. The ethics or total lack thereof. Ah yes, ethics. That thing people love to talk about after they get caught. So here's the big moral dilemma. Is manipulation evil or just efficient? Let's be honest. The word manipulation sounds bad. It's right up there with moist and networking event. But if we slap a little lipstick on it, call it influence or persuasion, suddenly it's taught in TED Talks and business schools. But I'm a good person. Sure you are. And I bet you've never guilt-tripped someone into doing something for you, right? Never said, it's fine, I'll do it myself, with that Oscar-worthy sigh. Manipulation isn't reserved for cartoon villains. It's in everyday interactions. Parents, teachers, bosses, influencers, even your dog is emotionally manipulating you with those eyes. And it's working. The cold, hard truth Machiavelli didn't care about right or wrong. He cared about results. He said it's better to appear good than to be good, because people only see the show. And honestly, he had a point. We live in a world where charisma gets you votes, confidence gets you hired, and sincerity, that's optional. Manipulation isn't evil. It's a tool, like a hammer. You can build a house or break someone's kneecaps. Your call. What about manipulating for good? Let's say you convince your friend to quit smoking by subtly shaming them. Is that ethical or just creative problem solving? Manipulation for good exists, but be careful. Once you start justifying ends over means, you're one minor inconvenience away from becoming a Bond villain with a vision board. Bottom line, the world isn't divided into good people and manipulators. It's full of people playing games, lying to themselves, and just trying not to get played too badly. But hey, now that you've peeked behind the curtain, you don't get to pretend anymore. You either use the game or the game uses you. Next up, how to spot the strings when you're the puppet. Because knowledge is power, but pattern recognition is revenge. Part 5. Spotting when you're the pawn, aka Puppet Awareness 101, Extended Edition. Let's be blunt. If life is chess, most people think they're the queen, powerful, elegant, untouchable. In reality, They're the pawn, sacrificed early, easily replaced, and somehow still apologizing for being in the way. Let's stop that, shall we? It is time for a crash course in recognizing manipulation before you sign up to be someone's emotional support, unpaid intern. Red flag number 1, flattery with a catch. You're amazing, incredible, talented, literally glowing. Now can you do this annoying task I hate? That, my friend, is manipulative flattery, a weapon of mass distraction. It's not a compliment, it's a setup. Oh, you're so much better at this than I am. Translation: I don't want to do it, and I know flattery is cheaper than payroll. This tactic works especially well on kind, capable people like you, who were raised to be helpful and feel guilty for saying no. Counter move: say thanks and leave. Let their problem stay their problem. Red flag number 2, emotional blackmail in casual packaging. Ah yes, the classic guilt grenade. If you really cared about me, I guess I'll just figure it out myself, somehow. No, don't worry about me, I'm used to being let down. These phrases aren't just passive-aggressive, they're emotional ransom notes. You're being told, do this for me or carry the weight of my sadness. It's subtle, it's cruel, and worst of all, it works. Because no one wants to be the bad guy. But here's a secret. You're not the bad guy for setting boundaries. You're just finally taking off the guilt-colored glasses and seeing the blackmail for what it is. Red flag number 3, just this once, aka the slippery favor slope. They always start with something small. Hey, can you just drop this off for me? Next week, could you handle my shift? Next month, I put you down as my emergency contact. Is that cool? Just this once is never just once. It's a free trial of your time, and they're hoping you forget to unsubscribe. Watch how often these one-time requests become permanent expectations. If you're always helping out, and they're always grateful but unavailable, you're not a friend. You're a free employee with 0 benefits and no dental. Red flag number 4, fog tactics, fear, obligation, guilt. This one's sneaky because it hides in your feelings. Fear: what if they leave? What if they hate me? What if I'm alone? Obligation: I owe them, I should do this. It's the right thing, right? Guilt: saying no would make me selfish. They'll think I'm a bad person. If you ever find yourself in a fog of emotional pressure, you're being manipulated. This isn't about love, respect, or loyalty. This is emotional coercion dressed up as connection. Repeat after me. No is a full sentence. And guilt is not a receipt you have to honor. Red flag number 5, you're always second-guessing yourself. Manipulators love to rewrite your reality. That's not what I said. You're overreacting. Wow, I didn't expect you to take it that way. Sound familiar? You've been gaslit. Gaslighting is when someone makes you question your own thoughts, feelings, and memory until you start thinking you must be the problem. And here's the real kicker. If you're constantly apologizing, but you're not even sure why, chances are you're stuck in someone's narrative, not your own. Red flag number 6, you're giving more than you're getting, always. Let's do some math. How often are you the one initiating, checking in, helping, fixing? Now flip it. How often do they do that for you? If that equation is more one-sided than a toddler AS drawing of a horse, it is not friendship. It's strategic dependence. You give, they take, you feel useful, they feel in control. If they only show up when they need something, you're not a friend. You're a convenient vending machine with emotional snacks. And vending machines don't get Christmas cards. Bonus, you feel drained after every interaction. This one doesn't lie. If you feel tired, anxious, guilty, or confused every time you deal with someone, your nervous system is telling you what your brain won't admit. Manipulation often shows up in your body before it hits your thoughts. Pay attention. Your gut knows what your excuses are trying to ignore. So are you a pawn? Maybe. Are you doomed to stay one? Hell no. Awareness is step 1. The next step? Learn how to defend yourself or flip the board entirely. Coming up next, how to play or protect yourself, because if you can't beat them, at least don't hold the door open for them while they do laps around your life. Part 6, how to play or protect yourself. So you've recognized the signs. You've realized that nice often means naive, and helpful sometimes spells human doormat. Now what? Now we sharpen the knives, or at least learn how to not get stabbed with one. You've got two choices in this world: play the game or become background noise in someone else's victory montage. Step 1. Stop explaining yourself. Repeat after me. No is not a crime. I can't is not an invitation to debate. That doesn't work for me is not rude. It's efficient. Manipulators thrive on hesitation. Every extra sentence you give them is rope for them to tie you up with. You don't owe a paragraph. You don't owe them a PowerPoint presentation on your mental health. Be polite, be firm, be done. Step 2. Build strategic detachment. Here's a wild thought. You don't have to react emotionally to everything. You can be calm, cold, calculated. This doesn't make you a bad person. It makes you someone who doesn't cry in the break room because Karen guilted you into covering her third family emergency this month. Want to protect yourself? Detach, observe, decide. Treat conversations like chess, not dodgeball. Think before you speak. Don't let panic hit send on your mouth. Step 3. Adopt the fox brain, but keep the lion claws handy. Machiavelli said it best. Be the fox and the lion. In modern terms, smile while planning. Listen more than you speak. Never show your full hand unless you're about to end the round. People underestimate quiet thinkers. Use that. You don't need to dominate. You just need to notice. Notice the patterns, the timing, the emotional bait. Once you know their game, you're already 2 moves ahead. Step 4. Use boundaries. Like barbed wire, boundaries are not mean. They are necessary security systems. You don't leave your phone unlocked in public. Don't leave your life unlocked either. Set times for availability. Say, I don't do favors last minute. Let silence do some of the talking. And when they push back, take notes. You've just met someone who benefited from your lack of boundaries. Step 5. Master the art of silence. Manipulators hate silence. It gives you power. It forces them to keep talking, revealing more than they intended. Try it. Don't rush to fill the awkward pause. Let the guilt trip hang in the air. Let them squirm under your polite, judgment-free stare. Silence is uncomfortable for liars. Bonus step, play the long game. You don't need to win today. You need to last until the end. Keep receipts. Stay calm. Plan 3 moves ahead. Sometimes winning means letting them think they've won, until you're the one holding the promotion, the truth, or the freedom they never thought you'd grab. Manipulators win short-term. Strategists win forever. And there it is. Your first real taste of control that doesn't involve yelling or revenge fantasy montages. You don't have to become a monster. You just have to stop playing the fool in someone else's origin story. Next up, sarcastic reality check. Because before we wrap up, we need to laugh about how ridiculous all of this truly is. Part 7, sarcastic reality check. So, how does it feel to realize your whole personality might have been shaped by people who were better at manipulating you than you were at saying no? It's okay. Breathe, laugh, panic later. This entire video could have been called, "Congratulations, you've been emotionally mugged for the past decade." Don't worry, you're not alone. Most of us were raised on be nice, don't make waves, and if you don't help people, who will? Meanwhile, your emotionally unavailable boss just got promoted for being strategically indifferent. Beautiful. Quick recap. You've learned that. Manipulation isn't always evil. It's just efficient. Saying no doesn't make you heartless. Machiavelli was basically the first life coach for emotionally numb overachievers. And if someone says, don't overthink it, they're definitely trying to get you to underthink their motives. And sure, you might have had your boundaries shattered like IKEA furniture during a moving day. But now you've got tools, actual mental armor. You might even start seeing the game in real time. Oh look, Brenda's guilt-tripping me again. How original. Ah, Steve's giving compliments right before asking for unpaid labor. Classic. Wow, my ex was Machiavellian yoga pants the whole time. Let's be honest. Are you going to get it right every time now? No. You'll still get played sometimes. That's life, but the difference is now you'll know it's happening. And that awareness, that subtle smirk you'll have the next time someone tries to gaslight you, priceless. So here's your sarcastic little fortune cookie. In a world full of manipulators, be the one who reads the manual and then sells it. Coming up next, real-world examples of power moves in disguise, aka how history, your office, and probably your family dinner table are all playing the same twisted game. All right, let us tie this all together with a few painfully relatable examples, because nothing says emotional clarity like realizing the manipulation was right in front of you the whole time. Example 1. The office opportunist. Meet Greg. Greg always forgets to reply to emails until someone else takes over the task. Then he thanks them publicly, with CCs. Manipulative? Absolutely. Effective? Unfortunately, yes. Greg is playing dumb like it's a competitive sport, and winning. Example 2. The toxic roommate. Your roommate never cleans, but somehow convinces you that you're too controlling when you ask. Then they sulk and whisper to the cat about how mean you are. This is weaponized laziness meets emotional guilt-tripping. They're not messy, they're rebranding accountability as aggression. Example 3. The well-meaning parent. Are you sure you want to do that? I just want what's best for you. What they mean: I disapprove, but I want deniability. This is vintage manipulation, guilt with a side of love. Machiavelli would have cried tears of pride. Welcome to the real game. So here you are. Congratulations. You've officially been red-pilled into the real game, a world where power isn't just about muscle or money. It's about attention, words, emotion, timing, and yes, manipulation. You don't have to become cold, ruthless, or start monologuing in a swivel chair, but you do have to wake up. Because now that you've seen it, you'll never unsee it. Final call to action. Before you go back to your regularly scheduled overthinking, do me a favor. Drop a comment. Have you ever been manipulated without realizing it? Or better, what was the moment you finally saw through someone's act? I read them all. Yes, even the weird ones, especially the weird ones. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Not because I manipulated you, but because now you know better. After all, in this game, knowledge isn't just power, it's leverage. See you in the next episode of Dark Motivation, where we tell you how the world really works, without the sugarcoat. Good night, player.